Just about set. While we've got one moment, let's talk about the umpires. With the ball there in the middle of the ground is umpire number 9. That's Sam Nipris. He's joined by Matt Bajan in 2 and Dean Garraway in 18. We'll tell you who the other officials are a wee bit later on. But to get things underway on this Saturday afternoon at Blacktown, here's Eddie Williams.
Josh Maynard and Sam Tagliabue to go up in ruck. The Demons going to the right of your screen in this opening quarter. Maynard won the hit out. It'll come down towards Connor Owen Orban. He's tackled. The umpire will wait and come in and ball it up. There was Bailey Stewart there helping to lay that tackle on Connor Owen Orban. So we get a restart in the middle of the ground. It's thrown up. Tagliabue and Maynard again. It's knocked down to the back. It came out towards Stewart. He was there with Mitch Maguire. The umpire will come in and ball it up again, just as Maguire thought he might have been able to break free. Who gives the hand pass there to, might have been Lucas Moline. It was. He couldn't hold it. It comes back to Stern. Great smother by Moline, who goes in hard again. Gets the hand pass, but missed the target. It comes back to Stern. Stern with a high ball. That'll be marked on the chest, and it'll be Tristan Davies.
In the end, I don't think it's going to make too much difference. It's only going to take him about 5 metres closer, and he kicks from the top of the square.
And Tristan Davies has the opening goal of the match after 15 minutes. It's Sydney Uni 1 straight 6. The Canberra Demons 1 behind. Does well to stand up, get the hand pass out to Baker. Baker just throws it on the boot, kicks it towards Harry Carr, who went with one hand, couldn't drag it in. Harper flicks it out to Swan. Swan has one bounce, gives it off to the running Harry Carr. It sits up in front of him. Carr gathers. Carr kicks the goal. The Demons are on the board. They now lead by 3 points. 1-3-9. The Canberra Demons 1 straight 6. Sydney Uni as we tick into time on. And now Sydney Uni should be able to get the ball out of defence. A low kick that bounces in front of Will Sirakowski. He gave the hand pass back, but we see yet another smother. The ball ends up with Maguire. There's a man on his own in the goal square, and Jordan Harper rams home Canberra's second goal.
They don't get much easier than that, Jordan Harper.
It's picked up by Mitch Hardy, who's been good in this opening quarter. He's looking for an option. Wheels onto the right foot, kicks it in the direction of Harry Carr, who lets it bounce, tries to knock it to his own advantage, gathers, rams it forward, hands it to Alex Paik. Alex Paik dribbles through one of the goals of the year. The Demons have got 3. They've all been from close range. That was from almost an impossible angle. And Canberra now leads by 15 points, and they're starting to put their dominance, which we've seen in field position, into dominance on the scoreboard.
Was that Hardy with the kick from up here? Hardy could not possibly have known where Harry Carr was.
Baker and Vardaninger were there. Baker gathers. He's mown down. He's holding the ball. He goes off the left from the paint of 50. It's a pretty good-looking kick. And Josh Stern gets the first of this second quarter, and he cuts the margin to 8 points. It's Sydney Uni 2-2-14. Good work by the Canberra Demons defence to lock the ball up here in the pocket, but then it spills free, and then it's kicked through for another goal for the Students. They've got 2 in a minute.
I reckon it was Morrison. I think it was.
Managed to get a little kick away. Now Sydney Uni go inside 50. It's a one-on-one contest. It comes to Tristan Davies, and Tristan Davies dribbles through the goal and puts Sydney Uni in front. Hardy waits, gives the hand pass forward. This is looking much better from the Canberra side. They go inside 50, and they'll get a mark in the pocket. He'll play on. He'll run in, and it's a goal. And it was Jordan Harper. Roberts gives it to Pollock. Pollock's tackled. Pollock gets the hand pass free. Things open up here for Lucas Moline, who fires at goal and puts it through.
Well, he owes a teammate a beer.
Allows Sam Tagliabue a bit more of a rest in this match, and Tom Banwelos perhaps spending a little bit more time in the ruck. As the Students go inside 50 again, a clever tap on from Davies. He just couldn't quite find Morrison, but Morrison trying to burst his way through. He does it well. He steps around and he kicks another goal.
Oh, goal of the day. The ball up. 50 out from the Sydney Uni goal. Tagliabue taps it down. He gets it onto Stevenson. Stevenson goes for the chip shot of all things, and he puts it over the top. And he gets a goal and puts his side back in front. And he moves on, Sydney rather move on to 6-4-40. Baker has it tucked under one arm. He's been set upon by Crockmall in his 200th game for the club. And the Sydney University player manages to draw enough of a stop to the play for the umpire to ball it up just inside the attacking 50 circle for Sydney. And now, shot comes from about 45 out. And the goal comes from about 45 out to Jake Bartholomew's. And Sydney University, they've come out to play in this third quarter, and they've got the first 2 goals of it in 4.5 minutes.
For Sydney Uni, it's thrown up in the air. Tagliabue palms it down decisively into a bit of space. It came to Aaron Bruce, who managed to knock it out. Picked up by Tagliabue. Tagliabue gets the kick free. It's hacked off mid-air. Oh, that's an extraordinary goal. That is a remarkable passage of play by Sydney Uni. A couple of volleys with 3 goals so far for the quarter. As the umpire throws it up again, Paik and Banuelos. Bud managed to get a hand to it. It was intercepted by Veal. Veal's kick might end up with Andrew Swan. He just couldn't quite gather. Bud has been busy in this term. It does eventually come to Andrew Swan, who spots an open goal square and bounces it home. That's the goal the Demons needed, their first goal of this third quarter, and they're back within 10 points. Gilfetter goes inside 50. Riley Budd up against Hiscox. Budd did well. No, he didn't. He's given away a free kick.
It was all over the top of him was Riley Budd, and
get it inside 50, win a free kick. Jack Hiscox from directly in front. His right foot kick is a goal. Students back out by 15 points. We're in time on in the third quarter. Hiscox has a Veal on short. That's where he goes. He gives it back to Hiscox, who kicks into the middle of the ground, and it lands straight in the hands of Jordan Harper for Canberra. Harper turns onto the right foot and sees Reece Pollock on his own in the forward pocket. Reece Pollock normally bobs up and kicks a goal in most games that he plays. A slow and steady approach. His right foot drop punt didn't make the goal umpire move. Pollock gets the goal. The margin is back to 9.
And he turns around and he spots a player in Harry Carr. Carr hardly been sighted this quarter. Puts the ball into the forward line for Canberra. That's a good grab. Grab taken by Harper. Now, did he take the grab in the square, out of the square? Won't matter. He's going to be able to take this shot from right in front of the goals here because he's been given some unnecessary facial attention.
I don't think he's paid a 50 here.
Well, Harper's got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, make it 1 in the third for his 3 goals for the day. And 3 is certainly the number as we're back to a 3-point ball game. 31 minutes gone in the third term. Sydney Uni 9-5-59. The Canberra Demons showing plenty of fight. They know their season's on the line. They're hanging on.
Gathers, hands it to Bud. Bud was under a bit of pressure. Bud's coughed it up. Hiscox wins the ball. He goes towards half forward. Vardaniga was worried out of it. The ball's gathered by Monty Crockmall, who sees the open goal square. And Monty Crockmall, in his 200th club game, kicks the opening goal of the final quarter.
Oh, happy 200th, Monty. They've got players in space. If he can hang on to it, Monty, he'll be able to get himself back into the goal scoring books. Instead, he palms it off, gives it to Cole. Cole, he finds Goulden. Goulden gives it to a teammate in Stewart. Stewart, oh, has he got a goal from 50? He has. Not a bad looking shot. Inch perfect, lands about 2 feet over the goal line. And now, well, the floodgates may be about to open.
Goes along with a kick inside 50. It's in the direction of Tom Fall, and Tom Fall juggles the mark.
Well, he's a man with a sense of the occasion and a love of the spectacular.
To keep the Canberra Demons in this contest, Tom Fall starting his approach. He'll go with a left foot drop punt. He started it out to the right and he brought it back perfectly. Tom Fall gets on the scoreboard and the Demons are back within 10.
So the margin will be out to 11 points. What odds a draw again today, Eddie? I'll just throw that out for you at the moment.
You said you'd never called a draw, Chris, until you called that one we called last time.
I had never called a draw. Wouldn't mind getting him a second one, although I don't know if there's going to be much help for the visiting side. They've turned it over. If they take the set shots, the clock will continue to run. And Veal, as he said to the umpire, I'm taking the set shot. He's kicked it from on the 50. He's done it round the corner style. He's put it through, post high from round the corner from on the 50 on an angle. Not a bad goal for a set shot.
He goes with a long ball. Demons have the numbers at this contest, and House takes a comfortable mark on the chest. It's a very crowded forward line that confronts Ben House. He goes with a mid-range kick, a centimetre perfect kick, and Alex Smout will get a shot on goal.
He's kicked plenty over his time, and he'll be on about he's on a very acute angle, kicking from about 30 out.
He's been one of their best players this season, Alex Smout. A little quieter today. His left foot kick looks pretty good. It looks like a goal, and the Demons are still in this. They're back within 2 straight kicks.
And now Sydney Uni have picked it up through Hiscox. He sends it around to the grandstand wing. Banuelos underneath it, takes a firm grab. He's got a man calling for it in the middle of the ground, and he gives it to him. And it comes back on the outside now to Davies. Davies has it. It was a good little pass to him from Reinhardt. Davies drops back, puts a little chip shot over the top, finds Morrison. He's been one of the players of the day for the Sydney Uni. Sends the ball into the forward line. And this may be about time to drop the sledgehammer because the Sydney University, they've got a mark through Goulden.
The ball's been moved up the other end, and it'll be Adam Goulden, who spent 5 seasons with South Adelaide in the Sandful, to kick for goal.
Comes around the corner. It's an awkward looking kick, but he puts it through. And it's back to that 3-goal margin, and you think that at this point, Eddie, we may just be seeing the last vestiges of life of the Canberra Demons season here. It'll be mathematically possible for them to make the finals, but it'll be very, very difficult after today if they don't get up. I was incredibly sore for days afterwards. Canberra go into attack via Evans in towards the hotspot. That's a good grab.
Powell.
That's a good grab for Powell. He just set himself. There were players all around him. The pressure might start to tell on the home side, who've been doing it fairly easy for the last 45 minutes or so. Kicks from 45 directly in front. The goal umpire takes a couple of steps to the left, but no problem. Jack Powell gets his first. He keeps his side alive. He gives it to Powell, but the siren sounds. And a truly remarkable day of footy comes to a close here at Blacktown. Sydney Uni wind up victorious 13-10-88. A valiant Canberra Demons side 11-11-77. Well, they're not out of the finals race, Eddie, but it will be a remarkable charge if they can make it through. Meanwhile, Sydney Uni, I think they can start setting themselves for at least one extra week of footy in this 2019 NEAFL competition.